Hey guys, welcome back to Angel Angela. And on this topic, I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about, can the narcissist actually change? Does the narcissist actually change? It doesn't matter if it's for the new person or, just in general. Yes, a narcissist can change their ways, but the only reason the narcissist ever gets to the point to where they have to change their ways, it usually has to be because something went off. They got really bad karma, from the things that they've done. Meaning that maybe they lost a job, maybe they became unstable financially. Their relationships are rocky, no one trusts them anymore. They thought that their personality, they thought that they were gods. They felt like everywhere I go, people want me, women want me, people want to be my friend. I'm that guy, I'm that girl. That's their attitude. Their attitude is, I'm invincible. I can do and treat people however I want to treat them. So when people turn on them, or when they get fired from a job because they got caught stealing, they might have always been stealing, right? For example, I have an aunt, she worked at the bank for 20 years and, in the end, she got fired because she was, opening up accounts, outside of the bank and doing a lot of criminal activities. But while she was working that job, she was a very good manipulator. She always used to tell me, when you go to work, especially when you're the boss, you have to be really nice with your workers. I always bring them donuts on Fridays. I always do little things to keep stuff exciting for them. They're feeding you snacks, they're breadcrumbing you, right? And they're throwing you off because you feel like, oh, I don't have nothing, my boss has nothing to gain from being nice to me. Yes, it's going to make me come to work and be more excited about coming to work, but you don't know that there's an agenda behind it. Meaning that this person knew, hey, they already felt in their mind, I'm never going to get caught. But even if I do get caught, I've been so nice to everyone. I've gotten along with everyone. I've breadcrumbed everyone. I've been that boss to make stuff exciting for you. I've brought you guys snacks. So now, when it comes to me paying the price for the things that I've done, I'm in a position now where, yeah, I lost my job. I'm going to play the victim. I'm going to act like I didn't deserve this. I'm going to act like, oh, wow, after 20 years, how could they just fire me like that? They're going to continue playing the victim. I've seen it happen. They're going to keep playing the victim. And then they're going to change their ways. They're going to find new tactics where now they're telling themselves, I can't just go around stealing and doing things because there's cameras watching. There's always someone watching. I thought I was undetected because I was the boss. So I didn't think that someone higher than me was watching me. So they're going to change these things. They're going to say, okay, I'm not going to do that. Yes, the narcissist can change in a way where it's like, I'm going to do something so that I'm not detected easily, right? Just like certain narcissists who are racist, they can have their own belief system on, you know, um, they could have their own belief system, just like animals, like birds, like dogs, like cats. Certain animals stick together. You're not going to see birds that are by the beach. You're not going to see, seagulls hanging out with owls. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, people have the right to be around people that make them feel more comfortable because they feel like, hey, I relate to you, I look like you, right? So a narcissist is the type of person that they're going to show you their racism. They might just flat out, in an argument or disagreement, tell you how they really feel about you. They might call you names. They might say, oh, I only called that person that name because I was angry and I was trying to piss them off. But deep down inside, they really feel like that, right? Only that now, guess what? They were recorded. Someone recorded them on their phone, and now the video went viral. And now they lost their job. And now they realize, oh shit, words can get me in trouble. See, the narcissist, they, just like the empath can, you can lose it and you can react based on emotion because the narcissist has your emotions everywhere. What you guys seem to forget is that the narcissist has a lot of emotions in them too. It's just their emotions are more on the negative side. That's why they put that negativity on you. But as you guys can tell, when narcissists expose themselves and they tell you flat out that they're narcissists, they can tell you every flaw about themselves. The reason they can tell you every flaw about themselves is because they are self-aware of their behavior. And they're also self-aware of what they can get away with. So if they're around a whole bunch of weirdos that are just like them, let's just say a whole bunch of weird racist people, and they're around these people, they know, hey, I can behave this way because everyone in my circle behaves this way, right? But now if they're not working that job and they go to a different job, a part of them still has that ego that's like, I'm better than you. It's like a part of them wants to expose how they really are because they might have came from another job and they didn't have to hide certain things there, right? But now they come here and they feel like, I have to hide how I really feel. You know, it's not that they changed their perspective. It's not that they changed the way they feel about you as a person without even knowing you, just making assumptions or putting you in a category. And then even when they start to see certain qualities about you that are different, or they start to see that they made a judgment that was incorrect, or they made an assumption of your background, who you are, they made an assumption. Now they're trying to force you to believe that you're something that you're not. And that's when the red flag goes up and you're like, oh, this person keeps jumping to conclusion. They keep trying to tell me who I am, or they keep trying to test my mind, but it doesn't mean that this person has changed, right? Now, narcissists will do things where now they're exposing themselves, right, in different ways. Now, they try to, act like a Christian person, a person of God, someone who doesn't judge. But now, if one of their kids go against them, right, and they start to date someone that they feel like, this isn't the type of person I want in my family. Even if this person is a good person, a loving person, an empath, a hard worker, they're taking care of your kid, they're taking care of your daughter, they're stepping up to the plate. If the narcissist has this type of hate in their heart and jealousy over you and they're racist, they're going to tell you, I don't accept this person because this person just does not fit into our family. And that could be true. It could be more about, trying to stick together in a family where there's not going to be confusion, at least for the narcissist, right? They don't have to deal with the constant hate that they have for you as a person, as a human being. And I'm just speaking from experience, from what I've seen. They're not going to change the hate that they have in their heart for you. That's why they're going to disagree with you. And like I said, everyone has a choice, right? And like I said, we're like animals, right? So people have the right to feel how they feel. But now, when you start to abuse your daughter, abuse your son, you start to torment people because of the choices that they want to make. If you start to try to ruin someone's happiness, if you start to degrade your kid and act like your kid is not your kid, and you're like, I'm going to disown you, I'll never talk to you again. That's when the narcissism is kicking in, because you're going to hate your kid so much, because you're willing to hate your kid so much for a choice that they're deciding to make. Even if it's a wrong choice, or you feel like it's a wrong choice, right? You should still love your child. No matter what, your kid is still your kid, right? But when you go against the narcissist, they hate that. So they have to find an excuse to hate you. They have to make up something to hate you, so that they don't look like bad people, so that they don't look like racist people, right? And I'm not saying every narcissist is racist. This is just an example that I'm making so that you guys can understand why it is that the narcissist doesn't really change. So now they learn, hey, I can't just discriminate. I can't just judge someone. All this is against the, this is all against the law, You can't discriminate at work. You can't do certain things at work. So they'll try to make excuses to their behavior. They'll try to make excuses to why they won't hire you. They'll try to make excuses to why they fired you. And, to them it's like, okay, let me hire this person so that it could look like I don't discriminate, right? So that no one can say I discriminate. But I'm only going to hire this one person. That's it. No one else. So they'll tell people, I don't discriminate. It's not my problem that these people don't want to work. If they really wanted to work, they'll work. It's a lot of them that are like that. They don't change. They just know, I can't say certain things out loud. I can't do certain things. I can't tell you how I really feel, because then I'll be giving my cards away. So this is the best example that I can give you guys on, does the narcissist really change? Now, let's just give you another example. Let's just say you have a boss, right? Your boss is awesome. You have a very nice boss. They bring you cookies, they bring you donuts, they bring coffee in the morning, and you're just like, I enjoy coming to work. My boss is cool. They give me snacks, they give me food. They're really not in my business. They're not too controlling. Yeah, they enforce me to do certain things. Sometimes they might boss me around a little bit, but I'll do it. I'll do my job. I'll work hard, because my boss works hard as well. They probably work longer hours than me. But what you don't know is that behind your back, behind everyone's back, your boss is stealing. They're getting extra bonuses. They're making you work hard and do certain things that they're actually supposed to be doing. Or they're making you do things, like I said, that they're actually supposed to be doing, while they're doing other things in the background. They're stealing from the company. They're taking money. They're taking bonuses. They're taking trips. They're opening up accounts behind your back. I've seen this happen to people. I've seen people in my family do this to people. They'll take bonuses, open up accounts, and then, the narcissists, they think they're so smart, right? Because they're the boss. But they don't know that even the boss is being watched. You know what I'm saying? You could be the boss, but there's someone on top of you, someone higher than you, and they're watching you too. It's like when you're at work, there's cameras everywhere. Your boss is in the office watching you. If your boss isn't there, they're at home on their phones watching you. They know everything you're doing. Maybe not everything, but trust me, they check up on you sometimes, and you might be thinking you're getting away with something. And just when you think you're getting away, that's when they're signing on their phone watching you. Just when you think you're getting away with something, because you can't get away, they're on to you. You can't get away from even the smallest things, you know. So the narcissist is constantly preying on others and observing others, because a lot of times they're doing stuff behind your back. You know, they feel, a lot of narcissists, especially higher grade narcissists, they feel like the reason they're smarter, the reason they're in a higher position than you, is because they're intelligent to a certain level. You know, they're more aware than you. That's how they feel, you know. So to them, it's like, I already know what you guys are going to do before you do it. This is why a lot of times, a lot of higher grade narcissists will hire lower grade narcissists. So when you come into a company, you'll notice you'll have this narcissistic boss, and then you'll have a lot of employees, a lot of people around you who are narcissists, and they're preying on your downfall. They're trying to get you fired. They're competitive with you, and you're wondering, why is someone being competitive with me if they've been working here this whole time? They've been working here for years. Why are they bothering me just because I'm new? You know, that competition comes out because they know the boss, they're a master manipulator, and they're going to try to use you to scare us and to keep us in fear. And now we're bottom feeders, so we're going to prey on you, you know, because you might take our job, you might take an opportunity for us. And the higher grade narcissist, the boss, knows that. So if you complain to your boss about the behavior, they're kind of telling you, let it go, just laugh it off, ignore it. They're numb to it, because to them, they already know it's a shit show. They already know those people are low grade narcissists, and they've been controlling them this whole time. This is why a lot of times when you're on to the game that your boss is playing, and when you're on to the employees and the game that they're playing, this is why your boss will offer you an opportunity that they wouldn't offer the employees that have been there this whole time. This is why they'll promote you to management real quick, because they see that you're not feeding off of no one, and they see that you're mastering the skills at the job right away. You're a master of this. So to them, it's like you have a higher intelligence that all these people put together, and this is why they'll, you know, up you in job position, right? Because they know you must have went through certain things in life to know not to go back and forth with these lower grade narcissists, because they know lower grade narcissists will go back and forth with you. The Jezebel and the narcissist boss, they'll go back and forth with you too. But when they see that you're not feeding into them, they know there's something different about you, you know, and they study you closer. But it doesn't mean that they've changed. It doesn't mean that they're a changed person. It means that they're learning how to manipulate better. They're learning how to fit into society and prey on other people. And then they're teaching their children to do the same, basically. You know, they're guiding their children. This is why they have the golden child. The golden child has to do everything, you know, because the golden child is basically, they're learning the blueprint in order to survive, to, you know, because that narcissistic parent, let's just say if they're in their 60s or late 50s, 60s, their parent is basically saying, hey, I know you think I'm a narcissist, but how, you know, how do you think I made it this far in life? You have to follow my blueprint, because I'm your parent. No one else can give you a blueprint like me. You can follow someone else's blueprint, but they're not going to be there to guide you all the way. So, you know, you'll be out on your own if you follow someone else's blueprint. So when you don't follow your parents' blueprint, they basically almost feel like, I disown you, because, you know, who else's blueprint are you going to follow, and whoever's blueprint you follow, they're kind of like, well, I hope you make it to my age. I hope you make it with that blueprint. And that's why when you succeed in life, it makes them mad. When you get better than them, it makes them mad because you weren't supposed to be better than them. You weren't supposed to break that curse. You were supposed to be exactly where they were at or lower than them, you know, especially if you didn't follow their rules. So does the narcissist actually, does the narcissist actually change? No, they change, but they don't change their perspective on how they feel about people, about life, and about the choices that they made. They don't feel bad about the choices that they made because they feel like, hey, every choice I made, it was to better myself. They weren't thinking about you. They didn't care about sacrificing you. They knew they were sacrificing you for themselves. So this is why a lot of times you'll see that higher grade narcissists will hang out with lower grade narcissists. People from better families will want to be around people, who are from lower families because they feel like they're making people jealous. They feel like it's exciting. They're learning things that they probably couldn't quite understand in their own family, right? So they might feel like, okay, my parents warned me about you. They told me you would do this. They told me you would do that. They know about you guys. You guys are bottom feeders, but I don't quite understand it, and I don't understand why it matters. And it seems like it's more fun over here than where I'm at. Where I'm at, there's a lot of rules, and we have to go by the rules. Over here with these lower narcissists, you guys have no rules. You guys are bottom feeders. You guys are eating up each other. You guys are just taking what you want. You're not paying for it. You're just doing whatever the hell you want. There's no rules. You're savages. You're not thinking about how you're affecting others when you're doing stuff. You're not thinking about how those things are going to backfire on you. You're not thinking at all. You're not using your brain at all. That's how a higher grade narcissist looks at a lower grade narcissist. They look at you like you're dumb, like you're not using your brain at all, like you have no brain. A lower grade narcissist looks at a higher grade narcissist like, you don't really have a brain. You think I'm stupid, but I think I'm not stupid. I just don't give a damn. I'm not stupid. I just don't give a damn. You think you're so smart because you come from a good family and you have this and that. You're stupid to me. You're a simp. You're the type of guy that, I get a lot from women and I don't have to do anything. They let me drive their car. They let me do whatever I want. They buy me things. You're over there buying women stuff. You're a sucker. But the higher grade narcissist feels like, okay, but the type of women that I get with, you can't even have. Yeah, I pay for stuff, but they feel like I do this for fun. I'm not a sucker. This is entertainment. I have money. When you have money for entertainment. I'm entertaining myself. You wish you had my life. You wish you were driving these cars. You wish. Right? So you'll see higher grade narcissists hang out with lower grade narcissists. You'll see lower grade narcissists get with higher grade narcissists. And this is because they're studying each other. So do these people freaking change? No, they're studying each other. And guess what? When they get with empaths, they study the empath too. Why do you think that they can describe their behavior to a T? They can tell you exactly what they've done. It's not that they care about what they've done. It's about, oh, I was stupid when I was doing all these things. Now I know I can't be racist. I can't be racist to your face. I have to play that shit on the down low. Oh, I can't just call you names, or I can't just talk about you to your face. You know how like you go out in public and let's just say there's a Jezebel spirit. She's sitting there talking about someone. She's sitting there telling her boyfriend, oh, look at that girl's shoes. Those shoes, they're so outdated. They're so last year. And she's speaking her mind, out loud. Almost like she's the only person in the room. Almost as if that person she's talking about can't hear her. And now when that lower grade narcissist hears a higher grade narcissist say something about her shoes, guess what? Now that person is ready to fight you. And that higher grade narcissist is like, fight me? In my world, we don't fight. We just talk shit. We don't get too emotional. We're narcissists too, but we don't get physical. We don't do that, And in the narcissist, lower grade narcissist world, it's like, in my world, you're going to get your ass knocked the hell out for playing with me. And the higher grade narcissist, is like, oh, well, if you hit me, I'm going to call the police, even though you were talking all that shit. And then the lower grade narcissist is like, go ahead, ho, call the police. And by the time police gets here, I'm going to knock your ass out and I'm going to be out of here and you'll never see me again. And if I see you again, I don't really care if I see you again, because even if you call the police, it already happened. It's a new day. And you're going to learn today. You're going to learn today that you're going to learn a lesson today. So the lower grade narcissist feels like they can outsmart the higher grade narcissist. And the higher grade narcissist, depending on their position and their finances, feels like, I can sue you. I can go get a lawyer on your ass. You don't have money to get a lawyer. You don't have money for this. So you're dealing with people that are not going to change. They just learn, hey, the lower grade narcissist, hey, all me fighting, me getting in trouble, it has been backfiring on me. Living this lifestyle has been backfiring on me. I've got a criminal record. Things have been happening for me, happening to me. I'm sinking myself deeper in a hole. And then I realized that the reason I sink myself in such a deep hole, I realized through the good people in my life, say if a narcissist is dating an empath, they're going to say, oh, I need to learn how to control my anger, because that's what she would do. She controlled her anger when I cussed her out and I said nasty things to her, because I couldn't control myself. I couldn't control my narcissism. And then they're going to blame it on their family, their upbringing. Oh, I'm going to blame it on them because my family is a narcissist. So that makes you feel sorry for them, right? You feel sorry for their trauma. That's what keeps you around with the narcissist the whole time, because you're thinking, I came from a good family. This is why I say, you're thinking they're a victim, and here I am judging my narcissistic family, but not understanding that the narcissist and his family are the ultimate bottom feeders. Because there's rules to narcissism, right? There's rules that certain narcissists won't do out in the open. Certain narcissists in a higher... This is why a lot of criminals who are narcissists, abusers, pedophiles, weirdos get away with a lot of crap, because they learned to control their narcissism. They learned to hide the red flags. You know what I'm saying? Lower grade narcissists, they don't think, they just do. They don't think about the consequences, what's going to happen the moment the girl next door tells her parents that you raped her. And now you're going to jail, you're going for abusing a kid or something. You know what I'm saying? A lower grade narcissist is like a dog. If he doesn't get his supply, his snack, he's just going to go and take it. So a lower grade narcissist, they're like a dog. They need the supply, and if you don't give them the supply, they're going to take it. This is why certain higher grade narcissists, they'll just get a divorce from their wife, go be with the side chick that they've been with, marry her, and move on. They might come and mess with the ex-wife here and there, but it's not going to be the same way when you're dealing with the lower grade narcissist, because the lower grade narcissist is a bottom feeder. So to them, it's like, if I steal, I'm gonna steal something, and I'm gonna buy something. I'm gonna buy something, but I'm gonna steal more. I'm gonna buy your love, but I'm gonna take from you. I'm gonna steal from you, and then I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna come back to the store. I'm gonna come back to the store and steal again. And if you try to do something and get me in trouble, I'm gonna disappear. But I'm gonna always come back to the scene of the crime, because I'm hungry. I need supply. I need to eat. I need to survive. So this is why you'll ask yourself, why is it that certain narcissists come back and certain don't? Usually the narcissists that come back and don't leave you alone at all, like they'll come back months later, years later, these are the ultimate bottom feeders. These are the ones who either financially they're not okay, or they have multiple children, they have child support, they're working under the table jobs, they're still dealing with all their exes, they're still dealing with the baby mamas. These are the ultimate bottom feeders. Then you have those who, like I said, they got a divorce, they were with their wife 15, 20 years, whatever, 8 years, 4 years, but they were cheating just like the lower grade narcissist. But in their mind, they feel like, well, you got something out of it. You got to say you got married. They feel like they did you a favor, even if they benefited from it more than you, because maybe you introduced this person to your lifestyle, and they could have been bottom feeders, but they learned to control certain behaviors that led them to you as a supply. So the narcissist doesn't just study other narcissists, they study empaths. They know how you think, they know how you feel, they know your emotions. They study it not because they want to change for you. They want to change to manipulate better, to be undetected better, to keep you confused, keep you in the dark. The narcissist will hypnotize you because they're telling you who they are. They're exposing themselves to you. They're basically like, hey, in this world, everyone is out on their own. So guess what? I'm not wrong for what I did. That's what also makes you forgive the narcissist, is that a lot of people forgive the narcissist, especially over the years and as they get older. And you'll see a lot of older people, and you might think they're narcissists because they're friends with narcissistic people. But the reason they do this is because they want to keep the peace. They know that the moment you disrupt the peace with a narcissist, they're out to get you. They're out to steal from you, take from you. So to a lot of people, they feel like they rather be the narcissist's friend, or they rather just be cordial with the narcissist. Because if you keep coming to my store and I keep telling you, I know you're a thief, I know you're this, I know you're that, even though you just bought something, I know you put a whole bunch of stuff in your pocket. If I keep telling you you're a thief, eventually you're not going to buy shit. You're just going to come in here and steal and run, right? So this is why a lot of people interact with narcissists, because to them, it's like, as long I just have to watch my back with you. That's all they're thinking in their mind. I'm not going to get hurt from just saying hello to you. I'm not going to get hurt if I compliment you. I'm not going to get hurt if I go to work and I let you sexually abuse me. If you got a boss that's constantly flirting with you, or, they give you those long hugs, or they touch you the wrong way, a lot of women will just overlook it, because you feel like, if I tell my boss I don't like the way they touch me, they're going to fire me, because they're going to feel like I'm trying to set them up or get them in trouble. And because narcissists let their imaginations run wild. Oh, you're going to try to call HR. You're going to try to get me in trouble. You're trying to get a lawyer. You're going to try to do a lawsuit on me for sexual harassment. So a lot of people will just let it go. If anything, they'll make the narcissist feel better about themselves. They'll come to work, they'll give their boss a hug, they'll smile at them, they'll flirt with them because they know my boss just wants attention. They're married, but they just want attention because they're bored. They get bored easily. So this is what keeps them excited. When a new employee comes in, a new girl comes in, I'm not going to take it personal when he flirts with her because I know he gets bored. So now you got all these women at work that are just letting themselves be treated however by all the men at work because they feel like this is what it's going to take to be in a man's world. You know, I'm going to have to stay in my feminine energy. I can't show any aggression, anger, or dismissal towards these people because then I'm going to be considered aggressive. Then they're going to, the narcissist man, they feel like when you go against them, you're being, just by saying no or you don't like something, and you're not being aggressive. You're still in your feminine energy. You just have boundaries. They feel like having boundaries is aggression. You know what I'm saying? So we live in a really fucked up world, you guys. A lot of people are about themselves. We clearly know that, but we saw something in the narcissist. We put our guard down. We trusted them. We were loyal to them. We felt like, hey, you're supposed to be loyal, or your family, you felt like your family was supposed to be loyal. You're like, oh, why does it seem like, my family has changed? They're doing better now. It seems like I have it seems like I have a healthy family, and they're trying to make it seem like I'm the toxic person, right? But it's because they're narcissists. None of them are loyal to anybody. In the narcissist world, there's no such thing as loyalty because they feel like everyone is going to disappoint you, which is true. But to the narcissist, it's like if you do something wrong that they don't approve of, even if it's not a big deal, they'll take it to a very low level. That's what makes them narcissists. Sometimes people do stuff and they didn't do it on purpose, or that maybe no one taught them. They just don't have the knowledge, right? And you might still watch that person, but you might know you might feel like it was innocent, right? It was innocent. In the narcissist world, they feel like when people play games or do something, even if it looks innocent, the narcissist feels like that shit wasn't innocent. And when you go into the narcissist world, you start to see a lot of narcissists do things like, say, they ask you for a favor. Hey, can you help me pick this up? And you're thinking, oh, I'm going to help my friend pick this up. You're not thinking nothing of it. In the narcissist world, they're looking at it like, this motherfucker right here, they asked me to help them pick this up because they're trying to boss me around, which they're not wrong. A lot of people do shit like that. And that's what they bring into your life, awareness of it. You know what I'm saying? They bring that awareness of certain qualities about people, bottom feeders, things that bottom feeders do to try to control you in the most smallest ways, things that you didn't even pick up on. The narcissist brings that awareness to you, and that's what almost makes you appreciate them, because you feel like they're looking out for you. So you feel like, oh, they have trauma, they're not perfect, but it's the trauma, and they're trying their best, and hey, at least they look out for me. They've taught me a lot. You know what I'm saying? So just like they learn a lot dealing with you about having compassion, empathy, they learn that not everyone is doing, little things to try to hurt them. They learn that from you, but they still don't appreciate it, and they still don't respect it because it came from you. So when it comes from somebody else, you'll see that they'll switch up on you for the new supply, because the same qualities that you have, they'll see it in the new supply, and that makes their imagination run wild, and now they're gone. They don't want nothing to do with you. But then when they go and deal with that new supply, they start to see that you're not really the same. They start to see that that person has toxic traits that can, you know, make them dig themselves in a deeper hole. And then they'll come back to you, apologizing to you, crying, begging, acting like they want to change. So you'll think to yourself, I think the narcissist is changing. Maybe, I've been praying to God for this person to change because I love them. You've been praying for them to change. But the reality of it, they're not changing because they want to be back with you. Because if they really cared about you, they wouldn't even have left in the first place if they respected your loyalty, your respect. Once someone doesn't respect your loyalty towards them, you better believe it. When someone shows you who they are, you better believe it. To the narcissist, it's like, I'm not going to change, but I have these cards, and I got dealt with the wrong hand because I went over here with this new supply. I chose the wrong cards. So now they want to come and play the game with you again, but it's not because they change. It's because they know they played their cards wrong, and they're like, I know you're stupid enough to give me another chance to play another game with you. Come on, let's do a rematch. Why would you do a rematch with a cheater? They already cheated in the game. Why would you do a rematch with a cheater? But they'll convince you, oh, come on, the game was fun. Come on, it wasn't that bad. Oh, I don't remember doing that to you. Come on, let's play again. And you'll think they changed. You think that they changed because they saw your tears, they saw your pain, they see how good and forgiving you are. And you're thinking, oh, they learned that not everyone is like me. They learned that the new supply isn't like me. That good people like me are rare. They learned the difference between me and the new supply. So you'll give them another chance thinking that they've changed. But in the narcissist's mind, it's like, look, bitch, I still believe that I'm in this world by myself. I'm just dealing with whatever cards I have. And if you choose to take me back, we can have fun. But if I find something better, I find something better. And if you take me back, it's because you haven't found anyone better than me. That's how they look at it. So narcissists don't change. They just hide it. You know what I'm saying? Certain narcissists who are raised by other narcissists, when they're kids, their parents might be trying to get them to behave a certain way or to have a certain outlook on life, and they might rebel against their parents. They might say, hey, I can hang out with whoever I want. I don't, whatever. And as they get older and they become greater narcissists, they start to see that they benefit a lot more from living the lifestyle that their parents live, and then they turn out to be just like them, like a newer version of their parents. And then now the same hate that their parents had, the same, judging people, stereotyping people, now that those traits, now they have them. And now that friend you grew up with, that you thought was your friend and you were loyal to, your friend is not your friend anymore. Your friend isn't who you used to view them as. You used to think they were a good guy. You used to think they were a good girl. Your friend isn't that person you knew once. They might have been a little narcissistic then. Now it's to another level. But they're going to hide it. They're going to come around you. They're going to smile in your face. They're going to want to know what you're up to. But it's only going to be to shit on you and to feel like, oh, my family was right. And then now they're doing the right thing. Now they're their parents' favorite because now they're following directions. Now they're standing in line. Now they're picking up on their beliefs and their belief system and how they view the world. And now they're judging you just like their parents did. You know why their parents didn't like you. Now you know why. And now guess what? Now your friend doesn't like you either. Now your friend looks at you exactly how their parents look at you. And they're not going to tell you that. They might even still hang around you. They might still invite you over. But in their head, there's a different story, a different script. So this is why I say they don't really change. They change, but they don't really change. And no one can sit here and play with me about this, because I've seen it, I've lived it, and I continue seeing it every damn day, because people make assumptions about me and they don't really know me, my family, they don't know my life. And I've seen difference when it comes to culture. I seen two sides. I see two sides. I see one person's perspective. I see the other person's perspective. I'm like the person on the outside looking in on everybody. Put it like that. So that's why I know it's bullshit. And like I said, we're like animals, and I get it. But at the end of the day, animals look at us like we're all the same, like we're humans. And we as humans are disgusting. You know, we're disgusting for real. We're supposed to be the most intelligent creature out there, but really, we're the most savage creature out there. We're some of the most savages, out there. We're disrespectful to God. We're disrespectful to nature, to the nature of things, to each other, you know? And this is why it's good to stick to yourself, because trust me, everybody wants something, especially in the times where we're living in right now. We're not living in times where you can be playing fucking games with nobody, you know? And if the narcissist comes into your life talking about they've changed, you better think twice, because this will affect the rest of your life here on earth. You know, everyone has more than enough information to spot these people out. If you want to believe that they change, go right ahead. If you know we live in a world where everyone is about themselves, then act like it. Stop feeling down on yourself because of it. Become stronger. Appreciate the good people. Appreciate the good things people do for you. Stop judging people every time they do something wrong, or they're not perfect the way you want them to be perfect. Appreciate when someone looks out for you. Because guess what? Narcissistic families, everyone in that family that you don't talk to, they might be together as a family, but each and every person in that family is about themselves. They're just working together as a group, and they're just dealing with whatever cards they have. And if any jokers come in their cards, they're going to try to make a joke out of you. They're going to try to play you. They're going to feel like, hey, we don't need you. You're out the game, because you're trying to expose us and we're sticking together. It's either you stick with us, and if you stick with us, you can't expose us. So what if we gossip about you? So what if we talk about you? It's all within the same family. Who cares? Right? That's how they look at it. It doesn't matter if we gossip. We're all in the same family. It's okay. A little drama is okay. We're bored. We like drama. We're bored. Don't take it personal. Now when you're taking it personal, you're getting angry, you're getting aggressive, you're getting mad, you're breaking things, you want to fight, you get down on a lower level. Now they feel like, oh, you want to be on a low level? Then go be on a low level by yourself and see how low you can go. So this is why certain people will feel like they're not narcissists. They feel like, I'm not a narcissist. I just had to deal with whatever cards I have. But to you, they look like a narcissist, but to themselves they feel like good people. So this is why you can't change the narcissist, because they don't see nothing wrong with their behavior. They feel like they're good and they're just trying to survive, and they feel like they didn't design this world to be this way. So they feel like, fuck it, I gotta do whatever I gotta do. And it's really messed up, because like I said, a lot of us, we understand that as empaths. We're not stupid. But we love. We have feelings. We have emotions. They don't. That's what makes you different from them. They're like animals. It's like there's no empathy. That's what makes you different from them. They think you're stupid. They think you don't understand what the fuck is going on. They think you don't know what the hell's going on. You know what the hell's going on. And even when you know what the hell is going on and you're explaining it to them in the most basic way that you can explain this information, they still feel like you don't understand it, because if you did, you wouldn't trust nobody. You wouldn't trust anyone. You would get over on people every chance you got, because they're thirsty, they're hungry. They're like, life is serious, you know? That's why they're on their best behavior while you're spazzing out and crazy and mad. They're like, oh, you're crazy. They think you have the problem because you're reacting out of emotion, and they feel like they've mastered how not to react out of emotion and anger anymore. The older they got, especially, you know? So you got a whole bunch of people out here playing games, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this message. I'm sending you guys lots of love, light, peace, and your healing. If you guys enjoyed this topic, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. And if you guys want to keep supporting my channel, you can book a session with me. Just give me about 24 hours to respond to you. And as always, I'm sending you guys lots of love, light, peace. Talk to you guys on the next one. Bye.